When I was investigating fraud, I learned something that changed how I see almost everything. Fraud is never one big moment, it's a sequence of events, small steps, each one making the next one possible, each one looking harmless on its own. You don't catch it by waiting for the dramatic event, you catch it by knowing the pattern and seeing it early. Abuse works exactly the same way. It's not random, it's not chaos, it's a system. Have you ever looked at some of these topics, or shall I say, some of these events that happen, and wonder, do the abusers all have the same playbook? It's all quite similar, and if you pay attention enough, you'll see that there's a pattern to it, and it moves through stages. There's six of them, and once you can see the stages, you can't miss them. So let me show you the map. So here's the problem. By the time most people realize they're in an abusive relationship, they're already at stage 5 or 6. The part with the damage everyone recognizes. The one where you see the dramatic story online, or the lady has come out saying this has happened to her and she's lost so much of herself. Or perhaps the man coming and talking about the damage that's been done. But it didn't start there. It started stages earlier, when it still looked like love and romance, when living would have been easier. The map doesn't just help you name what's happening now, it helps you see stages 1 and 2 while you can still walk out the door. Stage 1, the foundations, like I call it. It starts before you even meet them. The ground this grows in is what we learned love looks like growing up. Needs that never got met, a fear of being alone. That's not weakness, it's just being human. But it's the soil everything else takes root in. Stage 2 is the perfect fit, the intense beginning. We're perfect for each other, you complete me. But all these things are said far too fast, far too soon, before you even know each other, before you understand the dynamic. It feels like being chosen, and I know everyone loves to feel chosen. But what's usually actually happening is that you're being studied. They're learning exactly what you need so that they can become it and trick you further. Stage 3, the slow disappearance. Your world starts getting smaller. Friends, family, the people who would notice something was wrong are quietly moved to the edges. It's rarely a dramatic, you can't see them. It's a slow drip, drip, drip. They don't really understand you. They're not good for you. No one understands you quite like me. Why do you need anyone else when you've got me? Does any of this sound familiar? Stage 4. This is the abuse that does not have bruises, so it's quite hard for you to contextualize it. This is when the ground rules change. Coercive control, which is a lot more common than a lot of you understand. It's gaslighting, it's the silent treatment, it's the push and pull that keeps you chasing, keeps you hooked, keeps you addicted. You start managing them instead of living your life. You question your own memory, your own reactions. The version of you that would have walked away is slowly going away. Stage 5, this is the trap. Your life has become so intertwined that living stops feeling like a decision. Money, home, sometimes even children. The question quietly shifts from do I want to live to how could I possibly live? I don't have any resources. I don't have any support. I don't have any friends. This is all my life. And finally, stage 6. This is the return. Living is not the finish line, unfortunately. They have changed messages, turning up at your door, bringing flowers, candy, the romance, the forever promises, or sometimes the punishment. This could be them coming on your social media and posting funny comments about you or sending threatening messages to you. And this is often the most dangerous stage of all and the least understood. Look at that sequence again. Not really one of those stages is a single dramatic event. Each one is a step. and each step makes the next one possible. And that's why it's so hard to see it from the inside. You're not missing an obvious warning sign. You're standing inside a structure that was built around you, one quiet brick at a time. Which is exactly why it's not about blame. If you've lived this, you didn't fail to spot something obvious. You were caught up in a system designed not to be seen. I know this because I lived every one of those 6 stages myself. And I find patterns for a living. If someone trained to see the pattern couldn't see it in their own moment, in their own life, that doesn't tell you how foolish any of us are. It tells you how well this system hides. So, over the next videos, we're going to be looking at each stage one at a time. What each one looks like in real life, the exact red flags, and what you can actually do for yourself or for someone you love. You can't change what you can't see. So subscribe so that we can see this together. I'll see you in the next video.